This video is to give some experience with percent increase and percent decrease and show that this is really exponential. So address costs $100. The tax is 10%. How much will you pay? So implied by this 10% is that it's 10% of the cost of the dress. That the tax is really going to be 10% of that $100, and we know that 10% is 10 out of 100, and so if it's really 100, 10 out of 100 is 10. So we see that the tax is 10 bucks. That's going to be added to the cost of the dress, or another way to say that is the total cost is the dress cost plus that increase, plus that tax. And so in this case, it's going to be 100 plus 10, or $110. So what was nice about that first example is the numbers were so nice that you didn't really have to do any quote-unquote math. You just have to understand what things mean. So let's go to a second example, and this time the dress costs $120, and tax is 9%, which is closer to what it is. And so this time, again, the total is that 120 plus 9% of 120. So you've got this tax that's going to be some percentage of the cost of the dress. And how you figure it out is you just figure out 9% of that 120. So as I do that, I need to do some arithmetic, and I see that 9 out of 100 is 9/100ths. And it's sort of interesting that I can almost do this in my head, and let me try. So 9 times 12 is 108, and I move the decimal place back 2, but forward 1. So in essence, back 1. So 108 becomes 10.8. And I can sort of get a sense that that's about right, because this is sort of close to 10% of 100. 9% is close to 10%, and 120 is close to 100, and so this is approximately the $10 that we did before, and that's what we're getting is $10.80. So as long as 9 times 12 is truly 108, I think this is right. So I add those together, and I get $130.80. So great. So let's do one a little bit different scenario. So this time you're working at a clothing store, and shirts cost $40, and your boss tells you to put up a sale. So the sale it's a 15% off sale. 15% off. And what that kind of means is now the sale price is equal to the original price minus what's called the discount. And so when I think about that, well, the original price is $40, and the discount that I'm going to take away is 15% of the original price. And so I keep using of as times, and so 40 minus, let's see, 15% of 40, 15% of 40, this time I've got 15 times 4, which is 60. 60 moved forward 1 and backwards 2. 60 back 1 looks like 6. So we're going to take $6 off. And of course you could do this with your calculator, but my calculator's in my bag. So 0.15 times 40, you should probably check with your calculator, truly is 6. And let me back up. It's not that this whole thing is 6. It's that that piece is 6, and we're taking 6 away from 40 and getting $34. So the new sale price of these shirts is $34. So I'm going to stop here and do a follow-up for how this is exponential.